Hi, I am Joyce Dunaway Parker, and I'm enjoying thinking back to 1973 when the idea for Girls Inc. was born. I was driving carpool with my 3 children in the car down Fairground Street and past Marietta Place. The Marley station is now there. And my thoughts, like everyone in town, were on Debbie Randall, the little girl who had just been kidnapped from Marietta Place laundromat and then found murdered, and she had been sexually assaulted. The whole town had mourned about Debbie. First we had all looked for her, and then there was a huge funeral at Roswell Street Baptist with thousands of people. We were just shocked that something like that had happened here. I said to my children, that's the next thing that needs doing, a safe place for girls, because the police who investigated said that girls in that neighborhood had no place to congregate, to meet with their friends, except the laundromat from which Debbie had been taken. The next year, I was washing supper dishes and heard over the radio that the Marietta City Council had something brand new called Community Development Grants, and they were going to have public hearings on giving that money away. One was going to be at my local elementary school that night. So I hurried through the dishes and got over there, listened to what this money was to be used for, 9 guidelines, and thinking quickly made Girls Club fit all 9 of those guidelines. Just thought I will just talk about this idea and nothing will come of it, but it'll plant a seed, and later on when I'm ready to get busy on it, people will have heard the idea before. When I drove back in my driveway, the telephone was ringing, and I just had a feeling that this was going to be something important. So I ran in the house. It was my own city council member. And when Paul Fields got interested in something, I knew something good would happen. When I picked up the phone, he said, "Joyce, tell me some more about this Girls Club thing." That was the beginning. We started working. I had a friend, Judge Irma Glover, who had probably started this idea, writing a provisional paper for a junior league on the idea for new projects, and she had mentioned this. So I called Irma, told her what was going on, asked her to cover some more of those public meetings, called my mother, Lenore Dunaway, asked her to go to one of them, and we tried to cover all the public meetings on the community development grants and talk about Girls Club. Sure enough, several months later we got word we had been awarded $12,500. We thought that was the sun, moon, and the stars, and Irma and I thought we could just start a Girls Club and do it right then. But we tried to find a house or a storefront, and we were going to run it ourselves. Although Irma was an attorney and fully employed, I thought I could do it that first summer until we got started, and she would help. We were not able to that first summer. The next year we went back and we received a second community development grant. So at that point we had just a little seed money, maybe $20,000. We realized then that we needed more support, and we went to United Way. Amazingly, out of the 4 agencies they chose to take on that year, they chose then it was the Marietta Girls Club. We did not have a building, we did not have a board of directors, we did not have a staff, we did not have the first member. But they took us in, and that was the biggest boost. At that point, we gave ourselves deadlines, and we spent that summer, Irma wrote the bylaws, and I structured the board. Decided to have only 15, so everyone would know that their place at the table would be empty if they were not there, and something would not be done. We did not want more. I called 15 of the busiest people in Cobb County, told them that we did not want their name. We wanted them to do this particular job, and it was to be done by this particular date. And every single one of them said yes. We actually had the first board meeting on the anniversary of Debbie's death. That was in January, and we opened the doors in June of '76. We had so many experiences at first, times when we would have we didn't see how we could keep going, and someone in town would step in. The Baptist minister built bookcases for our library. So many wonderful things happened, and again, it was simply because of the people in Marietta and in Cobb County who wanted this thing. They knew we were telling the truth when we said that the Boys Club bus went through all the neighborhoods and picked up the boys, and they knew they were going to have a meal. For many of them, it was the meal of the day when they got to Boys Club. Their little sisters were left standing on the street corners, still hungry. And they remembered Debbie, and everyone agreed that we needed to do something for our girls. So we began with a very simple mission statement, that we were a safe place of their own where all girls could grow in promise, in friends, and in fun. There's nothing any more exciting or any more a better investment than building a girl into a woman. It's been said by many people that when you build a woman, you build a family, and if we really believe that families are the basic unit of society, then we are building a world. If you want immortality, I think the best way to live after you are gone is through the life of these marvelous emerging young women, because they will carry on your spirit, your spunk, whatever you have been able to instill in them. And so it's not purely unselfish. It's a wonderful thing to do for yourself, to build a girl into a woman.